Hello and welcome to King Axel's Movie Lounge. I'm your host, King Axel, and today we're gonna continue off with the tier list um series. That's a good way to put it. Tier list series of movies that I have seen in theaters. And so last video I did all the way from 2011 to 2020 because I only had like 30 or so movies in there. This one is just the year 2021. So, without further ado, let's take a look. We have the same categories as last time. I don't really want to switch them up too much. Maybe I will for when we get to 2024 and I have some new creative ideas, but I haven't put content out in a while. And so, I'm not going to think too hard about it. I'm just going to put them as many out as I can, get some view revenue for this. And yeah, I want you guys' feedback. So our categories we have are I'll never forget it because it was just so great. That's what that means. Not because it was terrible, but because I loved it so much. And then I loved it, liked it, it was okay, didn't like it, don't remember it, I fell asleep, and absolutely hated it. So, most of these I'm pretty sure I will remember at the very least, but we don't know. I have all of my movies set right here. So first of all, we have Shang-Chi. Now, I watched this movie pretty much immediately after spending when did I watch this? I felt like it came out early 2021, but I don't remember. All I know is it seems like I watched this right after I essentially binged for a whole year all of the other Marvel movies leading up to it. So we're talking about um from Iron Man. I'm sorry. We did it chronologically, so from Captain America all the way to Endgame. And maybe I threw a Spider-Man in there, the last one. Um, or and I know I'd seen Black Widow already, so somewhere along those lines. But I had seen what I consider to be the core. I'd seen phases 1 through 3 by the time that I watched this, and I was excited for the next phase to see where things were going to go from there. And I really liked Shang-Chi. I loved the Japanese architecture. I'm pretty sure it was Japanese. I liked the soundtrack a lot to it. I thought Ben Kingsley in it was really funny. I'm not going to say that I loved it, but I thought it was a good movie. And unfortunately, it was one of the last good Marvel movies. So we're gonna see what happens with Doctor Doom and all of that and that entire timeline. But, you know, it kicked off. It was the first Marvel movie besides Doctor Strange that I'd ever seen in theater. And I actually saw this in a real theater, by the way. I didn't see it at a school one. Um, so in that sense, it was the first time I'd actually gone to the theater to watch a Marvel movie. And yeah, I liked it. Carrie. Carrie. Okay, so the thing about Carrie is, and this was an anniversary movie. Um, and I didn't get into those for a while. So this was kind of later in the year. Um, but I had to see the first Stephen King movie ever. Obviously, I loved it for what it was. Is it? I'll never forget love it. I'm not gonna say that. I had seen it before, so it's not like, it was completely brand new to me. I'd read the book. I'd seen the movie at least twice. The person I went with wasn't particularly impressed, but that's not the quite word. She was just Like, oh yeah, it was okay. Um, I loved it, man. I'm not gonna say I'll never forget it, but Carrie is really good, especially at the end. I love the final scene. The pig butchering scene, like I'll never forget that. One thing I always forget, but I don't now, is that John Travolta was freaking in it. Um, and Sissy SpaceX did such an amazing job. Um, it's the kind of movie that like it's probably the one of the best of 2021. So if it only lands here, I may not put anything in red up top, but it was definitely top. I would say probably top three. I don't even know what I have got coming yet. Fast Nine. This one I did not like. That's one where they went to space and all types of crap. So yeah, I was kind of really pissed off about. I'm not gonna say I absolutely hated it, but I almost wanted. I really almost. I remember walking out of that and being like, "This was just dumb, dude." Like, mm, I'm gonna put in I hated it. Screw F9. Screw it. Retarded. Dune, Chapter 1. I fell asleep. And then I woke up to a giant sandworm in the middle of the night staring at me. And I was like, what the hell is going on? I don't remember anything of it because I fell asleep so quickly. How could you fall asleep to Dune? I was tired, man. I'd been up for like 24 hours for whatever reason that night. Sometimes it's weird, like when I have a movie upcoming the next day, for some reason I can't get to sleep the night before. And that happened to be one of those days, and I tried staying up, but very quickly I was out like a light. So, fortunately, that's where it lands. No Time to Die. Now, this is also interesting because I had not seen any of the James Bonds. All of these movies I'm coming into late. These franchises. I hadn't seen any Marvel movies, and now we're starting tier four is what they call it. First movie in theater. James Bond, I liked it. Another movie starring Rami Malek, so I was excited to see him again. And he did alright, but walked away liking it. Not entirely impressed. I almost want to put it in it was okay, but no, I think I am. I'm gonna put in it was okay. Because I didn't like it nearly as much as Shang-Chi. But it's not that I didn't like it either. So we'll put in it was okay. Um I cannot wait to see who's gonna be the next James Bond, and I definitely can't wait to watch all of the other ones. The Suicide Squad. So I've seen Suicide Squad. I saw Birds of Prey on TV. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. This movie I liked. I liked. I thought it was funny. I really liked the shark. I love seeing Margot Robbie again. Um, I don't really remember too much from it. I'm pretty sure John Cena made me laugh a lot, and then I heard that he went on to make a HBO series, which had a lot of like hair metal in it. So I wanted to watch that, but I just have never gotten into it because I don't really watch shows like that. But um, yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. Like I said, I don't really remember very much, but I know that I liked it coming out of it. I was laughing a lot. Frankenstein. So this is a double feature day. I saw the original 1931 Frankenstein starring Boris Karloff. And I probably gonna get heat for this, but it was okay. I don't really remember much of it. I do remember I went home and watched, I think it was Bride of Frankenstein, right? That's the one with Gene Wilder. Um, I know that it is a horror classic. It is one of the Universal movies. It is the original Frankenstein, but also it's one of the original horror movies, especially with talkies. Um, but I was so early into watching old movies that I was not, captivated by it. I just wasn't. So you can hate on me in the comments if you want for not loving the original Frankenstein. If I watch it again, I might change my mind, and I would definitely go see it again. But I wasn't, like, oh wow, that was the greatest movie ever. I was happy to have seen it. Dracula, that was the first of the two of that double feature, and I fell asleep. It was not Dracula's fault, by the way. It wasn't. It wasn't because it was a black and white movie or because I was bored. I was very tired again. And so, unfortunately, I did fall asleep for a good portion of it. I saw the beginning and I saw the end, but I didn't see the middle, and so therefore I can't really commentate on it. Grease. Another John Travolta one. And you know what? Again, hate me in the comments if you want. But I freaking love Grease. Not that I'll never forget it, but I freaking loved it. I am not even big on musicals either, but that was a really fun summertime type of movie, and I was, he's kind of 50 style, right? And I was really down with that. So it made me really want to watch other John Travolta musicals, which I never did. But at the time, I was like, yeah, like I can get down with this. So I had a lot of fun with that one. Not gonna say I'll never forget it because I couldn't even remember a single melody of the songs, and that's the most important part, right? But yeah, I loved it. Next we got, oh yeah, Spider-Man: No Way Home. Um, we all knew the rumors going into this. Is Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield gonna be in this? We all expected it. When we saw it, I don't remember it. Beyond that, I'm sorry, I just do not. I don't remember it beyond that. I don't remember if I liked it. I remember walking out of it thinking it was alright, kind of mid, but I couldn't tell you a single scene. So unfortunately, don't remember. And again, I have not seen any of the Tobys except for number three, which I loved, and then come to find out that everyone hates that one. And I haven't seen any of the Andrew Garfield ones. So again, I'm walking into this very late, and I'm speaking from a place of ignorance because I don't know the backstory except for the Tom Holland timeline. Um, I like seeing a lot of the villains, and I know that they were brought back from the old actors franchises. However, I just don't remember enough of it to be like, oh yeah, I like this part or I didn't like that part. So, Star Trek, the motion picture. Um, not gonna say I'll never forget it because I kind of did. I'm glad that we went to go see it. The first Star Trek, I felt like they really threw together quickly, to capitalize on the recent Star Wars phenomenon that was happening. Um, they probably saw their opportunity at a quick cash grab, and they wanted some more focus on the Star Trek franchise again. Um, this was 1979 that this got put out, and it wasn't great. Although, what I will say though is they spent a lot of time showing you the ship in all its glory. They made damn sure to show you every section of the exterior of that. And it took a long time. But I know why. Nobody had seen Star Trek in theaters before that, and they wanted to be blown away. And so you know what? For that reason alone, I'm gonna put it, and I liked it. I almost put it, and it was just okay. But to have seen Star Trek for the first time in a theater ever, I walked away very, very pleased. So, well, okay, not the first time ever, because I saw Star Trek Beyond. But you cannot go wrong with William Shatner. Unless, you hire him to direct Star Trek 5. Free Guy! I like this one too. It was very funny. Um, I thought it was interesting that they made it kind of video gamey and took that aspect. Um, in a way, it really reminded me of the books Ready Player One. And, after seeing the Deadpools, I really like Ryan Reynolds. Um, and I walked away liking it very, very much. So, that's where it's going to land. And finally, we have Moonfall. And I watched the trailer of this, and I was hoping that it was going to be good. And you already can probably tell how it turned out by the tone of my voice, or if you watched it yourself. And for the reason that it was a really stupid movie. It was very stupid. I held out for a good hour, and it just uh it unraveled into this mishmash web of crap. And I really hate to admit this, but at the time I did not value old movies enough. I just didn't. And I wish that I had. I wish that I had spoken up and said no to my friend. I want to see this instead because I saw this pile of crap instead of attending the 50th anniversary of The Godfather. Some say the greatest movie ever. In fact, I'm wearing a Godfather shirt right now. I'll even show Brando, who happens to be my second favorite actor now, and I've been paying attention to him since 2019 in some regard or another, ever since I watched The Wild One, and ever since I learned that Johnny Depp, who is my favorite actor, really liked Marlon Brando. For those reasons, this is the worst movie I've ever seen in theaters, except for one that I saw this year. Um, I hate that movie with a passion. I don't want to ever own it. I will never see it again. Even my friend, and I thought that he might like it because of its alternate history kind of thing that they had going on. I thought he might like it, and even he thought he was dumb. So, yeah, screw Moonfall. Worst movie. So overall, there wasn't anything that I just didn't like, and there wasn't anything that really rocked my socks off for 2021. There were a couple that I kicked myself for going to see, and a couple that I'm glad that I've seen. So I think it's pretty well balanced. Overall, I liked most of the movies in this year. Um, but definitely plenty more positive experiences to come. So with that, that is my tier list of theater viewings in 2021. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please like my video. Please comment down below. You can take the same one yourself, and you can add other movie covers that of movies that you have seen. Um, please subscribe to my channel, and I bid you guys adieu. Thank you very much.